like to introduce one of my students, Nicole Perez.
Okay, so first I'd like to start saying that I came running, so I'm sweating. So if you see me red, it's just because I came running. Okay, so I'm in Ecuador and it's June, and I just had this conversation with my mom. And it's interesting that the only thing I remember about this conversation is that you are so lucky. Not everyone has the opportunity to go to the United States. And so, well, that's something that you commonly hear if you're an immigrant. And so I'm just thinking about it, and I'm like, well, how am I gonna do this? I mean, I'm just 14 years old, and I've been just in two schools. In the first school, I've been for 10 years, and in the second school, I mean, I wouldn't have changed to the second school if the first school wouldn't have closed and forced me to change to the other school. So from that, you can infer that I'm not well known for my social life, and I'm not really sociable. And so just consider all the factors. I mean, I can be nice to teachers and students, but can I be nice to teachers and students who speak English? I mean, are they gonna like me? And am I gonna be good enough for them? Am I gonna be a good student for teachers? I don't know. But well, August is coming, and like as any other immigrant, I said bye to my friends and family. I cried a lot, like a lot. And on August 16th of 2016, I arrived to New York early in the morning. I say hi to my dad, who usually cries after not seeing me for a long time. And well, I'm just thinking in school. Where is it going to be? Is it going to be far away from my house? How are teachers going to be? Are they gonna like me? But most importantly, to what school am I gonna go to? I mean, I don't know anything of that. If I would have been in Ecuador, I would have already bought my brand new materials and my sophisticated book bag to show off the first day of classes. But no, I cannot do that because I don't know to what school I'm gonna go to. And so days later, I go to my mom to the Department of Education, or whatever you call that place where a lot of students go to find their dream schools and the school that they want to go to. And so they usually give you a book that is as big as the Bible. And so I'm just like, okay. And then they mark it on the pages that of the schools that you might be interested in going to. And so as I'm flipping the pages, two schools caught my attention. One school was Pan American High School, and the other one was the International High School for Health Sciences. And so the Pan American High School offered the arts program, and the International High School, because I'm not going to say the long name, it's too long. I'm just going to say the International High School offered the medical program. And so I was really interested in the arts program. We called them, they didn't answer, so I think we just forgot about it. But then we called International High School, and someone picked the phone up. And as my mom was talking to him, she tells me, oh, they are saying that there are no more spots for you, and I think you might not be able to go. And I was like, okay, we tried it. Let's keep flipping the pages to find another school. And then she's like, no, wait, let me negotiate. Let me do business here. And so the phone call finishes, and my mom is like, okay, he wants to meet you. You're going to have an interview on Monday, and based on that, he's going to say whether or not you're going to that school. And so I'm like thinking, wait, does that mean that this is my only chance to actually show that I'm good enough for that school? I'm really nervous about this. Like, how is it going to be? Is he going to speak in English or Spanish? I mean, he's Hispanic, but he might probably like to test my English. So I'm like, okay, I don't know how it's going to be. But Monday is coming. We wake up really early, and then we go to take the transportation. And being honest with you, we didn't know anything about buses or trains. And so even though we didn't know anything about that, me and my mom, we take one of those limited buses. And so as we are in the bus, I realized that the bus is passing by some stops. And so I tell my mom that, and she's like, don't worry. If the bus does not stop, I'll make it stop. And so I'm like, okay, I believe in that because we're both getting nervous and anxious. And so we are in the bus, and I tell my mom, okay, we're really close. And she's like, okay, press the button. I press it, okay, it's working, it's fine. It says next stop, so it might mean that our next stop is our stop, so everything is okay. And as the bus keeps moving, I realized that the bus is passing my stop. And I'm like, Mom, this is our stop. Make it stop. And she yells so hard. And then the bus driver does not stop the bus. And then she steps so hard. She goes to the front. And then she's like, Abre la puerta, which might mean open the door. And then the bus driver does not stop it. I turn back. Everyone is staring at us. I'm looking red. She's looking red. Oh my God, where are the duo red? And so I'm just really nervous. And then I realized that the bus driver understood, even though he didn't know Spanish, he understood that he needed to open the door at the moment my mom said, Abre la puerta. And he opens the door in the middle of the street. We were not even in the next stop. And he opens the door and he's like, just get out. And so we get out, and I'm like, that's the most embarrassing thing that's ever happened to me in this country. And I've been here just for 1 month. What is going to happen next? So yeah, I'm just walking. We're really late to our interview, and I'm just like, relax, relax. But then I think about the interview, and I'm like, if before I was looking like a tomato, now I'm about to explode. And so I'm just walking, and I'm thinking, I hope I don't see this bus driver again. Please, I don't want to see this bus driver again. And then we just get into the school. I met the counselor of the school. His name is Mr. Andy. And so we talked to him. And yes, he tested my English because the entire interview he was talking to me in English. And later he sees my transcript and like my grades were pretty good. So he tells me, okay, you can come to school on September. And yes, I get to go to school. I get to show off my brand new materials and my sophisticated book bag the first day of classes. But most importantly, I get to meet a lot of awesome people from different races, religions, and cultures. I mean, and they are awesome. I'm gonna graduate with them in June, so yay! And so I'm really proud of them. And from this story, I realized of two things. The first one is that I never saw that bus driver again, which I'm glad. And the second of all is that I don't know what would I have done with my life in the United States if I wouldn't have come to the International High School for Health Sciences. Thank you.